rumor has it that you want to be a VTuber or a PNG tuber, and you don't know how to install these things, okay? I didn't know either, like a week ago, but I found out, and I'm gonna show you how to install all of the things to get started. Isn't that convenient? I know. That's why I'm making this video. I'm going to be using the assets from my Etsy store. So if you found your way here from my Etsy store, high five. Ooh. Thank you so much for purchasing something through my store. If not, you're still cool, but please give my Etsy store a look and I would be so thankful. Okay, on with the video. How do you get a PNG tuber running? Well, first and foremost, we're going to need a special piece of software. There are different versions of this depending on, like there are different styles of doing this. I'm going to show you how to do it using a program called Veadotube, and it is thankfully linked down below. When you click the link in the description, you're going to be taken to this site. It's itch.io, which if you haven't used itch before, maybe this looks a bit scary and you're not sure if you can trust it. I'm just going to say there are a bunch of comments on this. It's very much safe. And itch.io is basically like Steam, but they don't take a cut of the money. So if this person makes money through uploading something, there is no like big corporation taking all of the money. That's why the person decided to upload their assets over here. Just saying that. So how do we install it? We scroll down here. There are official documents on the website. You can read up on more information, or you can just go straight to the download. Depending on if you're using Linux, Mac, or Windows, maybe you need to click a different link, but I'm just going to click here. And if you want to say extra thanks to the creator of this program, you can always donate some money. But for now, I'm just going to click no thanks, take me to the downloads. Here, I'm going to select the download for my operating system, and I'm using Windows 64-bit. And I just click this download button, and it will download a zip file. And as you can see, I already have it. Now I've downloaded the files, and for Windows, I will right-click and click Extract All. And it will just ask where I'm going to extract them, and I'm just going to click Extract. And it will open a new folder with the software. You don't need to install this program, it just works right out of the box, which is very convenient. Really, all you need to do is use this executable. And you can either open it from here, or you can right-click and add it to Start menu, or I think right-click, click Show More Options, and you can create a shortcut. And this way you can move this to maybe your desktop or somewhere else. I don't know what it looks like on Mac, but usually what you just need to do is to open the exe. And it's gonna look like this. It's made with Unity. So when you open the software for the first time, there will be a already existing PNG tuber, and we're gonna override that. It might have a bunch of states over here to the right, and you get rid of those by clicking on the delete button. Then to create a new upload a new asset, you click on one of these pictures up here. There's one for a closed mouth, an open mouth, blinking closed, and blinking open mouth. So I'm going to click on the closed mouth with eyes. I'm going to paste this place where I have my files. And as you can see, I'm picking the idle looking. And now that image is going to be swapped out every time I talk. But that's good, it's progress. Then I'm going to select the other one, and we're going to select the one where it's speaking. And so now every time I talk, the mouth is open. And yeah, I was waiting for it to blink, but I don't have any blinking images set. So we're going to do that now. And we have the blinking one with closed mouth and the blinking one with open mouth. And now if I'm quiet, it's gonna blink every now and then, and the air will move, and I think it's very sweet. I made this, so I'm biased, obviously. And as you can see, when I'm talking, the cat is jumping up and down. You can change that to a different animation if you like, by clicking on this one. So now there will be no mouth transition. And apart from that, you can also click if there's going to be a special motion when the character is talking. And you do that by selecting this image. So now every time I'm talking for a long time, the cat will move around a bit. I can change my microphone, like how loud my mic needs to be for it to be considered like me talking. So if I move that all the way down, it will be easier for me to hit that mark all the time. And you can see how it's just floating around. And now even when I'm not talking, it's going to be floating around. And there are different animations here. So like if you want there to be chaos whenever you're talking, as if you're screaming, maybe have like another state for that where the character is like screaming. Or there's one where it's like shaking even more. Here's one where it's like bobbing up and down. I think it will look good with this other thing. And you need to fine tune this, of course, so that it looks optimal. Here's one where it's bouncing around a bit and bouncing around a lot because it's super ecstatic over something. And as I said before, you can create a bunch of states and you can use the same images to do something like this. And same thing for like closed mouth. That's what that looks like. So maybe I can have it like as moving around for both versions to create some motion. It looks like a ghost almost. And what else can you do with this program? You can also click on the, I think it's display settings, and you can change the background color to something like this. And if you make it green, you can actually tweak some settings in Streamlabs to make it transparent. And I will now show you how to do that. So future me also coming in to cover up some stuff that I forgot to mention. The reason that you can change the color of the background is actually because depending on your design, the green screen can actually be a problem. If you have a frog that is green, for example, a green screen will be very similar to that frog in color, and therefore it might not work as intended. So then maybe it would be better to use a blue screen or the pink screen and so on. Everything that I say in this video from this point will still apply, but just know that where it says green, maybe you would have to change the color to something else. So I hope that helps. Sorry for the confusion, and back to me from the past. Now I'm happy with how my PNG tuber is looking, except for the green screen and that it's not an overlay on my stream. And that's actually going to be the next step. How do we set this up to work with Streamlabs? It's not as tricky as you might think, and I will walk you through it. If you're using Streamlabs or just OBS, I think this should work for both versions. But if you have any problems doing it, please let me know and I will find out if it works for the program of your liking. We've made it to Streamlabs and it's time to add the new source. And we do that by going down into this menu. It might look different depending on your layout, but you can always look for the sources text and you will know that you've made it to the right menu. We click the plus button and we create a new window capture. This is going to capture the window of the Veadotube. And I'm going to create a new source and I will call it PNG tuber so that I know what it is in my scene outline. Now, you will be greeted with this window. And in the window tab, you will select Veadotube Mini. And as you can see, mine is looking kind of frozen. It's not moving the way it should. I will actually make it smaller so that you can see that we've selected the window for the Veadotube. This is what I did. And then we have to change the capture method. And depending on if you're using Mac or Windows or Linux, this might work out of the box, but if it doesn't, you have to play around with the settings. So Windows 7 and up doesn't work for some reason. Windows 10 seems to be working, so that's what we're sticking with. You don't really need to touch this one. If you're having problems where it's not consistent, maybe you could play around with this, but I don't think you need to change the window match priority. And I don't want it to capture my cursor, and I think the client area actually is fine. Then I click done. Now you can see that we have a moving PNG tuber, so we're going places. But we need to get rid of the green screen. And I will make it actually small while we do the tutorial because the green window is taking up so much space. So to get rid of the green screen, I select PNG tuber, right click, and then I click on filters. You can see that there's a button that says edit filters, and I will open that menu. In there, we're going to add a filter to the left. And this filter is going to be of the type, let's scroll down, color key. And we're going to color key to green so that we can remove the green. And we just hit add. And already it's removed a lot of the edges, but as you can see, there are some green artifacts around the lines. And I don't know if there's a recipe for how to make this perfect, but we can minimize it to the best of our abilities. And I'm going to preview this by making this one really big to the right. No, actually, I will put it to the left. I think it's pretty cute that it's looking out over the stream. Okay, cool. So here is the settings window. What we're going to do is that we're going to play around with these sliders to make it look right. So this similarity basically means like how similar does the green color have to be to our target to be considered transparent. So right now it doesn't really have to be that similar. If I turn this all the way up, the PNG tuber will disappear. I don't know if I phrased it correctly, but yeah. So we're gonna play around with this. I think maybe like 300 around here. You can see now there are some green pixels, but not too many. And you can play around with this until it feels good. I think this looks pretty good, around 500. And you can also move the smoothness. This is, I think it just adds some, like makes it so that the edges of the PNG tuber aren't too sharp. So I'm going to smooth this up a bit. If I turn it all the way up, it's going to start turning transparent. That's not really what I want, but maybe if you're doing a ghost or something, maybe that's cool. I think around 100 looks pretty good for my design. And then we can just hit close. And as you can see, it's moving. There's no need for the camera because I have another persona now. So I'm going to turn off the camera and hide Streamlabs. And really that's it. If you need help with anything else for your PNG tuber or other streaming needs, please let me know and I will make a video about that if I know how to. And if you're looking to get some free emotes or maybe other free streaming assets, feel free to join my Discord channel where every month I try to give away something for free. Also, I have some bots that shout out people whenever they go live. So hopefully that can help me share my community with you, and maybe you will get some new chatters in your streams. But apart from that, I wish you good luck with your new PNG tuber. I hope your community likes it, and I'll see you some other time. Bye bye!